Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to weekly commodities analysis. This is where we do analysis on natural gas, UNG, oil, US dollar, gold, and silver. We'll be looking at their support levels as well as the most likely scenario where I think price might be heading into later next week. And if you guys are looking for the stock market update video where I did analysis on the Qs and Meta, Tesla, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Apple, and Nvidia, check the previous video out, and as well as the market sentiment overall that yesterday. And let's get started on natural gas. So natural gas right now is looking pretty much in the falling wedge, right? You can see this is the resistance, this is the support, and we're just kind of right on top of it. This could keep on grinding down or break out of here, or even break down. Usually, falling wedge breaks bull 60% of the time, but of course we got to look at the context. Context is that we are in a strong downtrend, weekly, monthly. Everything downtrend. So this could also break bear. If it does break bear and it keeps on just grinding down and not get much follow through, then I'm looking out for this potential longer term support. This area. See support, and it goes all the way back to March, where you get the support as well. So we are approaching a longer term support area, but that's just an area. So it could mean, you might get a reaction off of it, and we'll see how it goes. So my guess is if we hit there, right, we're gonna get an initial bounce, but I want to see that bounce to be big enough for something like this, where bulls may potentially change the trend to their favor. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a weak bounce, and then we may break through that. So very key for me when we do reach that level to see what kind of a reaction we get off of it again, because we already reacted off of it about 6 times. So we'll see how it ends up reacting from there. Otherwise, in the short term, I'm just looking at this hourly falling wedge, and let's see which way it ends up breaking out this hourly falling wedge. We have rejection here, almost got here, another rejection here, another rejection here, bounce, 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 bounce. So let's see. We're pretty much at the end of the pattern. It's getting really tight, so it'll break soon. Because it's an hourly falling wedge, we might not get that much follow through on whichever way it breaks. So we'll see, right? If we get a bull break and you see if you see volume come in, increase volume in the bull break, and a big move up, then that's a good sign for the bulls. Bear break wise, I don't think we're gonna get much follow through unless we get a catalyst, right? We're pretty near that longer term support area. The mean's gonna hit the line and just bounce, but it could, cut through it, get through that 2.5 psychological support, and then bounce back from there. Those are the couple of scenarios I'm looking at potentially happening, but we will see how it reacts when we get to that level. And if you guys are looking for more techno analysis, check out the YouTube as well as the Patreon link. If you guys just want to support the channel as well, check it out. And let's get a look at UNG. UNG is similar idea, right? Pretty much a falling wedge. Pretty much trades exactly off of, not exactly, sometimes the contract is different, but pretty much they move. If NatGas is down a lot, UNG will be down a lot, and vice versa. And yeah, so we're looking at this falling wedge as well. So we'll see which way it ends up breaking out of that. And if NatGas hits that longer term black line, UNG is also probably going to get pretty close to it around this level, around this $12 mark. And we'll see where it bounces. All right, take a look at oil. So honestly, I don't really have much of an edge, even just looking at oil. There's not much of a read here. Yeah, because it's just chopping, really, to be honest. And there's not a lot of edge. Just looking at this chart, right? We're pretty much just trading in the big range for a while. Right, it's resistance, support, same support here, bounce off of it again here, bounce off of it again here. Yeah, and then you have the geopolitical tension going on, right? Let's say you get in a trade, next thing you know, right, something happens on the weekends, get a huge big move up, right? Or something doesn't happen over the weekend, gets a big move down. So really, I don't have an edge in oil at the moment. So yeah, so if you guys want to trade it, I would say trade something else because it's a really tough ticker to trade right now. and you can see how choppy it is, right? If you zoom in, even on the daily chart, it's like chip chop chop, like up and down, and next thing you know, it's up and down. Um, we do bounce off of support here, right? Clear support around the 66 zone, and probably gonna trade it within this zone. It's my guess, continuing for a while. So if you guys are, if you guys like trading in zones, then maybe this is something you guys want to trade for you. All right, let's take a look at US dollar. And so I think the US dollar might be topping out soon, and because it's just been kind of like flying straight up into that election when coming up. So and because they want the economic data to look good before the elections and all that kind of stuff. So dollar's been going up, and I think that's going to come to an end once the elections are over. So we'll see if it actually does or not. Right? We got pretty bad job numbers on Friday. I think it was Thursday. I forgot. And so yeah, if you guys want to check out those economic data, check out the previous video where I did on the stock market. But still no signs of huge red flags at this moment yet, because daily uptrend still intact, right? We are making these higher lows, right? This is just a pullback, higher low, new high, higher high, and this is just a slight pullback. So I'll say as long as we don't even break through this daily EMA 12, right? Bulls on full control. But if we get a big enough move down, then bears may start to shape up that downtrend. But for now, it's just a tiny drop, right? Nothing significant as of yet. So I have to see how it ends up playing out. We do have the FOMC meeting next week as well, a rate cut. 99% chance of a 0.25 cut. So that's going to affect the dollar as well. And we'll see if Jerome's a little bit more dovish and probably signaling more cuts, then the dollar will likely drop. So we have to see how that FOMC meeting ends up playing out. And for gold here, I would say gold is probably temporary top for now. Not going to be like the top, but for now it wants to pull back a little bit, I would say, in my opinion. And because we did get that hourly oversold, and it's not that strong. Usually you get to the hourly sold, we get a strong bounce from here, but you can see it made another leg down, and now it's making a lower low. Usually when it gets the first hourly oversold coming off of all-time highs, it would usually grind back to the all-time highs and go higher. And now we're potentially making that longer term downtrend, right? This is the first time I think for our downtrend is formed. If we do, obviously we need to break this low first. What is this low? 2731. So if we break this low, it's a 4-hour downtrend confirmed. Let's see if it's a daily. No, not a daily yet. So it's 4-hour downtrend confirmed for the first time since all the way down here around October, early October. So about a month ago, right, we have a tiny, kind of like a tiny downtrend confirmed right here. Once it broke this low, you can see we did get some a little bit follow through there for the bears, but that's about it. And then it kind of just V-shaped. Yeah, so that was the follow through. Once it broke, you can see right there, it broke at 2631. And then it kind of got a little bit of follow through, and then nothing happened. The bears tried again. You can see bears tried it over here. Weak bounce, and they tried over here. Double bottom. Couldn't get through it, and V-shaped. So we'll see if we get follow through from the bears this time on the 4-hour. If we get a downtrend, then we're looking probably at a 4-hour oversold area for a bounce. Let's see a big drop down, potentially to this around this 2715, and then you kind of get that 4-hour oversold area, and then it bounces from there. And then it's up to the bears to see if they can shape up a daily downtrend from there. If they can't, then no huge red flags as of yet. But I don't like. So this is a bull flag. Pretty much a bull flag breakout, and then kind of give it all back. So that's just the initial red flags we're seeing slightly from gold at this moment. But bears still has to prove it, right? See a little bit of red flags, but bears need to prove that trend change for us to say this is the top. Silver. Look, silver. That's platinum. All right, let's take that silver. So silver is relatively weak. It's been relatively weak while gold is going all time high. Silver is just kind of going down. So you don't want to play a relatively weaker name if you're going on the long side. So, but you would play a relatively weak name when you're going on the short side. So if you're shorting, you would have shorted silver while gold is going up. And you can see on the drop, right? You can just become relatively much weaker. On the bounce, it's bounces less, and on the drop, it drops a lot more. This is the relative weak name at this moment still. And if gold, you can see silver already broke its that low, 4-hour low. Um, gold held this low at this moment, kind of double bottom, and silver is already below it. So if gold gets followed through on that drop, if that 4-hour downtrend confirms, right, silver is gonna get another leg down too as well with it. So as if you're bull, I would just play gold. If you're bear, I would play silver. But at the moment, I would even play bull on gold until it shapes up some kind of, a sideways area or consolidation before I would get into it. Because right now it's looking like a little bit weak as well. All right, that's got it for you guys. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Guys, made this far, learn anything, and I'll see you guys next weekend for more stock market and commodities update video. And if anything happens midweek, that's significant, I'll update you guys on the markets. But yeah, a lot of going on in the markets. Election, FOMC meetings, data's coming. So be careful next week. Maybe trade less a little bit, but yeah, take care. Great rest of you guys' weekend.